Welcome, everybody. It is time for the race fans. Welcome, race fans. Do you know the thing that, it's a sign that's on the opposite side of these trees. And look how flat they look. How you guys doing? Welcome, race fans. There we go. At Elkhart Lake in Wisconsin. I know where that is. No, I don't. Current time, 9 o'clock in the morning for qualifying. A track length of 6 kilometers at a track altitude of 325 meters above sea level. It's partially cloudy out there with essentially no wind. I think everybody will be very happy with the no wind. Commentators, myself and Craig King are back again. A track temperature of 23 degrees Celsius with a Fahrenheit equivalent of 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Our family's passion is cheese, according to Sargento. But our passion is racing. I don't know how we can interweave the cheese and the car passions, but a cheesy car.
Oh, God, no, don't start. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wisconsin, Road America. Let's address a few things because there's been a few changes to the league. And I'm not talking about rules. New names, old names, Dubai names. Yes, unfortunately, after a season, Oscar Copa, unfortunately, has pulled out of the event of the league, and it is also Jesse James's last race in the league. Two guys who battled tooth and nail for first and second in season 2. We will unfortunately be saying goodbye to them for the rest of this season, but we have a name turning up next week, which we can't say, and we have a new man by the name of Alfie, and I cannot find him to get this right. Alfie Rigby will be joining us in the RSR. For RSR, including another returning name. We'll get to him when we get to the pros, because the amateurs are out on track right now.
Where's Alfie?
Alfie's a pro, but I'm talking about the other pro, which I think you know who I'm talking about.
I know.
Yeah, exactly. So amateurs are just starting their first laps. Their first qualifying lap. As you know, it's 2 laps for the amateurs, 2 laps for the pros in this race night. It's the 2 sprint races night. We've had our endurance race last week. While we've got the AMs, just an update, a rundown of the points at the moment, because Ben Smith leading the way in the championship with 180 points, followed by Chris Chatterton on 172, Andrew Miller on 162, a 2-way tie for 4th. Callum Beaumont and Henning Haig of 144, and a 2-way tie for 6th with Ted Bradbury and Daniel Merchant, both on 136. So that is the amateurs. We'll get to the pros while they're starting their first lap as Ben Smith loses it into turn 1. Let's just give you a quick rundown of the pro points. Chris Daines leading the way with 172 points behind Thomas Axe, 168. Jan Boll, 162. James Armstrong, 148. And Sean Campbell, 146. Now, let's just address this, Rob, because we broadcasted one of the best races we've ever seen last week, where James Armstrong beat Sean Campbell by 8 thousandths of a second.
Do you know, I was, the Cars movie when Lightning McQueen, I think it was at the start, he cheated by sticking out his tongue.
Yeah.
That is essentially what Armstrong did. No, he didn't cheat. Not saying that at all.
He didn't cheat, but
he just stuck it. He was just like, I need to get to first.
But unfortunately, due to an incident early in the race, he was penalised and lost his victory. So, Sean Campbell won. Sorry, I just had to sneeze there for a moment. Yeah, Sean Campbell won the race in that McLaren.
I thought you were about to say I had to take a minute just to weep a tear of joy. Sean Campbell.
No. I'm not doing it, and I have to stop because I've got a lump in my throat moment. No, although I think I would have had a lump in my throat if the McLaren beat everybody that night, but
I think
it did in the end.
I think you would have gotten hoarse, completely hoarse. As in, just seeing the McLaren just pip the post into first. As we see, pip to the post of qualifying times at the moment. Andrew Miller setting the standard for amateur with a 2:05.430.
So Ted Bradbury's just come across the line, and I'm surprised. It's only 6th, but 2:05.945. You can see that the numbers up there at the moment. Now, if they've got 3 minutes, that's because unfortunately their pit box is right before the pit lane, and they come out and wait at the front. So we are seeing some names. Seeing a couple of Ferraris up there, which does not surprise me, Rob, if I'm brutally honest, due to the Ferrari's top-end speed. Hikon Idilimmo up there with a 2:05.663. Chris Chatterton with that 2:05.612 for Eclipse. So we are seeing some Ferraris up there. We're seeing a BMW, though, leading the way, which, hang on 1 second. I didn't think a BMW was fast around Road America. But no, Andrew Miller with a 2:05.429 currently leading the way.
MSR. It just sounds so. Do you know what it sounds like? I really have thought of it now. It sounds like they put a very hollow piece of like metal in the exhaust pipe of the M4. It's got that nice reverb. But I was trying to put my finger on it. What? Because like I was just thinking reverb. No, that's not it. Like the other cars sound a lot more snappy, if that were a word. Josh Rayfield going second, and first is Chris Shatterton. Callum Beaumont's next to slap his name on the board. Remember, 205s currently at the moment. Fastest being a 2:05.186.
It's a good time though. It's a 2:05.439. The 10th slower than Andrew Miller, but a good time there for Beaumont.
Oh, that's car 52 gone off. Oh no, that's Thomas Dandridge. Unfortunately,
lots of damage.
Yeah, I think he clipped the grass coming through.
No, he did not. No, if you're seeing the replay very shortly, coming out of the Bill Mitchell bend, going up the hill, and the car just said, "No, I've never seen a car kick out, just give up like that at the Bill Mitchell bend." Obviously, Dandridge must have been putting it on a lot of left-hand steering, because that is a very weird way to lose it up the Bill Mitchell bend, and car lost it before. Your car was lost as he went through the apex, so never seen that before around there.
We get to see now well, I mean, look at this. Look at the amount of cars there. Just a sea of car. And we see Campbell with his pit limiter lights on. And we see the final time, I think, we will see one particular car of... Is it Jesse Jones, that's leaving us?
Jesse Jones. Jones, I know.
No, I can't... It's the last time I'm going to be able to say it. It's car team car number 55 team powered by Bookkicker. Car number 55 team. It's the last time I'm going to say that.
Powered by G Performance team.
Yeah, powered by G Performance team.
It is
the last hurrah. May it not be the true last. May it only be an intermission. Because we'd love to have the guys back in it and back again at some stage. But I spot. Oh, is that a Gran Turismo Mercedes?
It is. I wonder who it could be.
I wonder what.
Who would drive a McLaren GT3 with a livery used in the Nürburgring 24 Hours? I wonder, Rob.
Is that Adam Cristo?
It just as well might be, making his return to the series. Always nice to see Adam out there. Yes, former 24 Hours of Nürburgring champion. Yeah, he took part in the Dubai 24 at the start of the year, the first endurance race of the year. Took part in a McLaren GT4, Mercedes GT4.
I thought McLaren did have a GT4. At least they were. I think they were planning on doing it.
Yeah, I think that I'm not sure what McLaren's current plans are, but no, the Mercedes GT4, Adam Christo was put in that. I don't think they did very well. Does he know it's off pace? Well, Ethan, off pace or not, that's the car he drives in the real world, so it does not matter.
Yeah, I think you'll be fast in it.
Adam's done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you'll be fast in it, but just as an aside, while I have the floor, yeah, I'm making all the mistakes now. Getting them out of the way. I do want to pay homage to the RSR team. I think Axel will be staying with us, but however, as you can see, this will be the last.
Staying with us.
Yeah, the last time we will see Jesse Jones in his car. So I just want to give a little moment to him to say thank you, Jesse Jones and Oscar Coper, for the great racing that the two of you have performed. It's been a pleasure to see you going around the track and to enjoy our little slice of heaven that we call sim racing. You know, it's the goodbyes are often tough, but I imagine it's not going to be a permanent goodbye. Rather, you're going to come back at some stage better than ever, and probably with a smile on your face, and hopefully with Car Team 55 team written on the side.
That they'll have a special livery just for you, just for you.
I feel special.
Yeah, it's nice that RSL though continue to participate in this series. Alfie Rigby taking over Oscar's place. We've still got Thomas Axe out there as well. Matthias Jensen as well. And like I said, there'll be another driver in that RSR seat that Jesse Jones has. So we wait to see what happens there. It's going to be.
Oh, that's a car off.
Oh, it's Jonas Dreyer off. And I said, what's happened to Jonas? Did he overcooked it in turn one? Did he go too hard? Car slid. The car slid. So very interesting. I'm seeing some weird things out of these GT3s at the moment. A lot of sliding through these corners. Drivers trying to take as much speed as they can.
Oh, yeah, the back end just stepping out all sorts of shapes. He has got to get back going again, but I imagine he's going to be a little more cautious with his tires.
Oh, Alfie Rigby's just gone into the wall with massive damage. Now, where's this? This is the little kink. That's the little kink going down, the hurry down. That's turn 7. He's lost it now. Has he just clipped the grass? He clipped the grass.
Oh, yeah.
Too much speed and into the wall, and the wing is damaged. He will not be able to do any laps now. He's in the pits.
He sat. The car essentially ended up right in the worst spot possible, in the middle of the track. So he was just like, I need to run. I need to run to the wall. My people need me. Essentially trying to get out of the way because there was speeding cars all around. And with if you make a mistake around here, Christian Firth, by the way, in Pro, has just broken the 2 minutes 04 barrier, and Casper the Core answers with that with a 2:04.830, 2:04.3805 from Jesse Jones. Will he make it the last hurrah for the big boy or the big boys?
Look at Samaraco, 2:04.403. We know the Mercedes. I'm getting my Mercedes and McLaren's mixed up. I apologize, everybody. We know the McLaren is fast around Road America. And Antonino...
he just stuck it second, didn't he?
He just stuck it second. I do apologize. I've been saying his name wrong, and Pascal told me how to pronounce his name. And I forgot.
Samarco.
No, his first name.
Antonino.
Yeah, Antonino. I thought it was Antonio. I've been calling him Antonio all this time.
There's a thing for it's like because our brains are so. I think I'm getting this right now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's because our brains are so used to seeing patterns. Antonio appears a lot more than even in normal speak than Antonino does. So our brains are just like, I see Anton.
Yeah.
So it immediately fills in Onio. So instead of Antonino, Antonio. I can't remember what that is. it's not pattern recognition. It's like there's a more scientific word for it. As you can see, Campbell, he's actually set the mark of 2 minutes 04.106. Ooh, crikey, that gearbox is unliking him at the moment. Though,
no,
it's a lot better than one particular individual who's going around right now. Down in 28th.
Oh, San Marco's had a moment at Canada corner.
San Marco's
had a moment at Canada corner. Oh, he clipped the grass. Trying to get every bit out, and P3 clips the grass. He will not be able to set a time. Jesse Jones needs to try and beat the time, and he does not. He does not go faster. So what about the others? Christian Furs went faster for P4. Chris Daines went faster for P5. Morgan Butler went P6.
Thomas Axe going into P8. And then we see Adam Christo. Can he improve? He's 28th at the moment. Remember that the pros and the AMs will be separated into their individual classes at the start. Crossing the line in 38th. Does he improve? He goes 22nd with a 2:05.785. He's not going to be able to improve, I don't think. And that is his second lap done and dusted. Jonas Dre is 19th overall. Harry crossing the line. What does he do? He nails it to the fourth.
Wow.
6:04. Oh, crikey, that's a fast lap. But our man on the mission, in particular, it's I'm gonna be blazing and say it's Sean DeCampbell. DeCampbell.
DeCampbell.
No,
Sorry,
DeCampbell.
I don't know what
no, you know, it's the short, like it's like the apostrophe. Yeah, a Macca with a 203. There's two Maccas with a 203. Let's go over them results. And I'll start you off with the big one. Sean Campbell with a 203.900. The only individual in GT3 in this situation that has put a absolutely blistering lap. Remember, the track temperature is pretty nominal, so he had every chance to be doing it, and he's absolutely nailed it to the top. 203.900 for pole position. Second position is Jesse Jones with a 204.305. A good top. What's it called? Top thing. What's a top thing? I nearly said GT1. Yes, I did. I nearly said GT1. Antonino Sammarco with a 204.404 puts him into third. Harry Wills 204.604. He went from nowhere to just slaps it into the second row. Christian Furs a 204.605, so he's on form today. Chris Daines looking to see if he can make some improvements after the heartbreak that he suffered at Daytona with a 204.662. James Armstrong with a 204.688. Morgan Butler with a 204.728. Casper Decor with a 204.830. Louis Eggertson in the top 10. Gravity is no longer his sadness with a 204.830. Thomas Axe with a 204.964. Matthias Jensen with a 204.990. Egby with a 205.040. Milan Tikins with a 205.182. That's a second off, by the way. A second. And then we get to Chatterton with a 205.186. Julian Bell with a 205.290. Andrew Miller, very good second place in amateur with a 205.430. And just 9 thousandths of a second behind him is Callum Beaumont going into second row with a 205.439. Hakan Ida Lidmo with a 205.505 is good enough for fourth in amateur. Jonas Dreyer back with us again. A second, yes. I can't emphasize that enough. A second. Do you see? We're getting down to the 205s now, like the mid 205s. We're getting on to 2 seconds slower than what Campbell was able to put in. That's how crazy his lap was. Josh Rayfield with a 205.552. Simon Dodd with a 205.693. Good lap by him. Zakaria Yama with a 205.714. And to the Merc. The Merc. What have they done to my boy with a 205.785 from Adam Christo? at Taylor Lane at 205.810 territory. Liam Ahern 205.841. Henning Haig with a 205.905. Ted Barbary just 0.04 of a second slower. Alex Homerson with a 206.187. 206.292 for Thomas Dangerous. He wasn't able to set a second lap time. So I imagine that he's kicking himself right now that he wasn't, that the car just went sideways on him. The different colors will be yellow will be amateur, green is professional. So they'll be split into two classes. Amateurs will have their own race, pros will have their own race. Well, not own race, but they'll be on the same track. I should explain that every time I go through the qualifying results.
We always do. I always forget to.
Yeah, we
say when I start.
Yeah. I'll continue because I got it wrong.
Go for it.
Mark Fleming with a 206.599. Leiden Lee with a 206.609. David Meekin with a 206.688. Daniel Merchant with a 206.722. Dean Timms with a 207.218. We're getting on to 3 seconds slower now. No, wait a minute. 4. We're getting on to 4 seconds slower. Should there be an Ampro commentary? Imagine. Just slap a pro ticket onto us. Don't.
Slap a pro ticket on me, slap an hour on him. Ooh, who said that?
Oh, well, hang on a minute. There.
Shall you continue?
Yes, I'll. Daniel Merton with 206.722. Dean Timms with a 207.218. John Williams with a 207.547. Matthew Heatrick with a... Oh, we're getting into people that couldn't put in a good lap time. But we also do have 4 non-qualifiers. Mark Bailey, Alfie Rigby, Harry J. Melvin, and Ben Smith.
Well, I mean, we knew the Road America would be like a McLaren dominance, but whew, that was a lot of dominance there. I did not think that we would see what, like 4 tenths, was it? Yeah, 4 tenths on pole. That was a big gap. Yeah, it's one of those things I'm not surprised. Also, I keep looking at YouTube chat, and there's a man in green text with a nice logo beside. Rob, is that a membership tier by any chance?
A membership? Who was the first one? Who did it?
It's Ryan Hamilton, if you've not realised.
No, because I was never alerted. Ryan Hamilton. Hey. If you want to join Ryan Hamilton, options are available. Thank you very much for becoming a member. SMH, you get nice emotes as well. I drew them myself. No, I didn't. Oh dear. We're just waiting for the other session to go up. So while we wait for the other session, do we have any motorsport news, Craig?
Oh, motorsport news. Well, I mean, nobody wants to know the viewership numbers for the Daytona. That's a whole other story, and you don't like oval.
Wait, what? No. It's all, I mean, it's still interesting.
Well, okay. It's actually a very good thing to talk about because it actually just shows how Formula One's got things right. Because the numbers for the Daytona were the lowest they ever were because of the rain delay. Before the rain delay, they were on course to have a really good viewership number. Then the rain delay, and then nobody knew anything. And because nobody knew anything, first of all, most people discovered it was back on because of social media. And then they didn't realize it was not on Fox, it was on Fox Sport. And it was like, well, hang on. You've got to tell people this. Like, it's one of these things where there's like NASCAR and the networks have an agreement, and the networks say we can give you a time slot up to this time, which is basically the cutoff time for the day for NASCAR because they can't race without broadcasting. Yes, no, they were just TV numbers, Aaron. They were just TV numbers. So you've got that issue. Yeah, it's a fair issue. But if you know the latest you can go, why aren't you telling people? Because remember, ever since the Canadian Grand Prix, where Jenson Button won, that amazing race, with the long delay, Formula One brought a rule in saying there's a 4-hour clock from green flag to the end. And if there's a red flag, we must get a race in inside that 4 hours. So if there's a red flag in the F1, you know roughly what time you can go up to. And everyone knows that in NASCAR, apart from the viewers. And aren't the viewers, like, important?
99.999999% of everybody. It's like literally having an exclusive club of people, and then everybody outside is just like, oh, you want to know about the secret club? What's a club?
Yeah. Like,
you know, that kind of way.
Yeah. I woke up Monday morning for work and I thought to myself, hey, let me just how's the internet tonight, Neil? Yeah, good, thanks, Neil. I thought to myself, I said, I woke up, I thought, let's just check to see if they did get the NASCAR going, and I saw no alerts on ESPN or my tickers. I went into a Discord and they were talking about things. I thought, oh, right. And then I just go and look at the race and it's, oh my God, it's 5 laps to go. I did not realize. Okay, it's different because it's a national audience. But, like, if I didn't know, how do other people know that don't have social media or don't have it? Do you know what I mean? So, this is one of those you're shooting yourself in the feet moments, because NASCAR could have had decent numbers if they told people, even though it was very late at night. But they could have done something about it, and it's a shame because
people have phones, you know.
Yeah, you could tell people, but at the same time, Fox can put a ticker for a sports game, for any sport, a ticker at the bottom with scores, breaking news, and all that. Why couldn't they put a ticker at the bottom saying NASCAR under weather delay? Well, I probably did at the start, but then go NASCAR resuming Fox Sport 1. They've got okay, it's not just the network's fault. NASCAR's also got to shoot themselves in the feet for what happened. Because if you've got low viewership, and granted it wasn't the best race, but if you don't have the viewership, how can you get people? And
exactly.
People only really watch for Daytona. Despite
Daytona.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Daytona, Rob.
What?
Speaking of Daytona, isn't there something happening Sunday?
Yeah, funny that. I think there is, actually. I think there is.
What want to tell people?
It's going to be the Daytona 500 Classic Edition, 1987, lived and reborn. Let's put it this way. I'm going to be so bad at everything. It's not gonna. It's not even funny how bad I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be terrible. Well, Craig is essentially my knight in shining armor when it comes to, oval and how they do qualifying and all that kind of thing. I don't know how else to explain this other than help me. Help.
We're getting him into oval. Yes.
No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm just gonna be there for like the 500 being like, they're making a left. I'm not gonna be that.
So, I always look at things and think to myself, hey, let's see how the real guys do it. And I watch the Podium 500. One talks, and then straight seamlessly the next one talks, and then seamlessly the third one talks. And I'm just there thinking, me and Rob will never do this. Me and Rob will never be able to be this efficient. So it's gonna be road racers commentating on oval. Now we'll have a bit of a laugh, but we promised it's going to be a very decent broadcast. Again, we are the official broadcasters for the European Sportsman Series for the Major Series. We can't wait. We had a great race at Daytona, the Daytona 2.4 hours. So the Daytona 500 with the 87s. in tribute to Dale, because it is the anniversary of his famous Daytona win. So it's in tribute to Dale Earnhardt, and a few things as well that will be coming up as well for that race that we can't wait to show. That's Daytona this Sunday. But we have 4 minutes until this race gets going, and I cannot wait because I love Road America. Not as much as Matt Malone, who has like a shirt of Road America, probably a track map behind him of Road America,
and probably dreams about Road America.
But basically, you know how if Quirketize, if there's a race series with Imola, Quirketize will be doing that race. You just know it. Matt Malone is basically Road America. If there's a series at Road America, he will try and race it. So, I can't wait for Daytona, though, because it's not going to be your run-of-the-mill, Rob. It's not going to be foot down. You realize that. These 87 cars are not foot down and go.
I'm under the impression that they slide a lot.
They slide a lot. They can go as fast as you want. You basically have to enter the corner lifting. They have no grip. They have massive steering wheels. What else? They're a handful. And I remember doing the 87s at Talladega. Oh, I don't think it's Legacy Daytona, though. It will be the current Daytona. We're not using the Legacy Daytona, I think, because of bumps, so which is a relief. Because I think Rob's, you've been to Legacy Daytona? I haven't. It's horrible.
No.
I think Arca did it once. They went to Legacy Daytona, and I could feel the bumps through my force feedback, and it was not nice. It really was. It was horrible. Right, so 2 minutes 40 remaining. We got a whole formation lap to go through, Rob. I'm here trying to hype up, and I realise then we've got another 2 minutes. So let's call it 4 minutes before anything happens. But any predictions?
And pass. It's going to be a race, and we're going to watch it.
It's going to be a race. That's your prediction.
Yeah, it's going to be a race, and we're going to watch it, and we're going to enjoy it.
I could just pull the plug on the iRacing servers, and there wouldn't be a race, and your prediction would be absolutely destroyed.
Well, that's just mean.
Oh, okay. You're right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what the McLarens can do around here. That is one of the things I'm really looking forward to. Marco, it's one we haven't seen him at the front. The McLaren really strong this week, so the Husqvarna car is really going to show off its what it can do here. I'm looking forward to Sean Campbell and his McLaren, and then I'm just looking to see who can take advantage of the rest. Audi, Lamborghini, both strong. As we saw in the qualifying, they were all up there. A couple of the BMWs also showing their pace, and I think the BMW will be quite strong in the amateur, which sounds weird because we all know that slow corners and the long straights don't suit the BMW, but I think you'll be surprised to see that these BMWs in the amateurs might take a couple podium positions in both races tonight. That's my prediction, and of course it's turn 5.
I just have this as well, by the way. Breaking news, or somewhat breaking news. Albert Park layout will change for the 2021 Australian Grand Prix.
I heard a rumor. Is it official?
Yes, it has been. Phase 1 has already been completed. Pit lane has been widened by 2 meters, and the pit has been moved to the edge of the road in place of a grass verge. Phase 2 will now see the layout itself altered. The biggest change coming out of the turn 9, turn 10 complex. It's now a flowing transition instead.
I've just also seen some race-altering news, but it doesn't matter anymore. Well, it does for this week with NASCAR. The bus stop has been altered a little bit at Daytona.
Oh, that which one? Are we talking about the
stop?
No, which bus stop? Are we talking about the good bus stop or the
No. I call that at the end of the track the chicane. I'm talking about the proper bus stop.
I called it the disaster. I call it the disaster. Like that thing is awful.
Well, NASCAR, when they did the Busch Clash, had a lot of dust coming up out of the bus stop. A lot of drivers losing grip because of the dust. They've put in extra tarmac at the bus stop, so because the drivers would run over the curbs like you would do when you do Daytona racing in a GT car. They'd run over the curbs and over the grass bit. So they basically just dug out the grass and put giant concrete slabs. So they drive over that instead of just going straight over grass. Which would be great for GT racing, because you know what that means? Loads more space.
Finally.
Yeah, more chunk. Yep. Yeah, so, anyway, I keep forgetting it's a full formation lap.
So Vettel's putting up some cars up for sale.
Oh yes, I did hear that.
He's selling his Ferraris. All of it. Ferrari. He's selling a Ferrari LaFerrari, a Ferrari Enzo, and a Ferrari F50, a Ferrari F12 TDF, a Ferrari 458 Speciale, a Mercedes Benz LSL65 Black, an SLS AMG, a Z8 Roadster, and that's it. Apparently, he also owns a Nigel Mansell's 1992 World Championship winning car.
He did. He bought that last season.
Which is, I only learned about this right now.
Ow, you are behind the trend, my friend.
Apparently, I am. I was to see the cars. It's actually a full lap. They go around here at Road America. It gives us a good time to look at the cars, and to also demonstrate one thing. It is 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Partially cloudy once again. Track temperature is at 24 degrees Celsius, and you can see why is James Armstrong in a Mercedes?
Why is James Armstrong in a Mercedes?
Uh-oh. What happened?
I think he might have signed up with the wrong car.
Oh dear. Oh dear. So you've just... Yeah, somebody selected the wrong car. Because, oh dear. He's going backwards. Yeah, he selected the wrong car. Oh no. Look at Ma. Look at Ma though. Ma's just sitting there going, oh alright then.
But by the way, it's serious royal news.
Yeah.
It's serious royal news. Get well soon, Duke. Get well soon, Duke.
What happened to the Duke?
In hospital for precautionary measures. That's all they're saying. But if there's one member of the royal family I'd like to see get to 100, it's that wonderful man. So, it'd be nice to have someone sitting on the throne hit 100. Well, he's not on the throne, but he is like technically the king, but not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
not like the Queen Mother. So, yeah, get well soon. Whatever it is, please get well soon, sir.
By the way,
Your Highness.
Just to say, this is amateur field. They're back here, just coming up to kink. This is pro. The gap between them right now is 14 seconds. So the pros will have time to do their thing, and the amateurs will have plenty of time to react if anything does go wrong. Hopefully no, because the start zone is quite a bit ways up. Where is the start zone for this week, Craig?
Dark Zone is all on the start-finish line, practically under as they just come up the hill by the bridge. I think is where it starts, and then all the way up to the start-finish line is where it ends. James Armstrong has been disqualified for the wrong car.
Yes.
That is the current drama. But the first of two 30-minute races, we've got McLaren's on front, we've got a Mercedes somewhere there, and we've got a disqualification. This is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. 30 minutes of Road America starts when the green flag drops, then Sean Campbell says he wants to go. We wait. The green flag now drops. We still wait, and Sean takes them away pretty early. And that's a good start there. And you can see that San Marco trying to get by Jesse Jones right away. Going to be a tough battle for Jones at the start of this race, trying to beat that McLaren. They're going to go side by side straight in. Nothing going on there. Meanwhile, Christian Ferd's going to make a move on Harry Wills into turn one. They're still side by side. Other cars still just battling at the moment. Everything looking pretty clean. Christian Ferd cannot get that position. Everyone's going to go side by side. And it looks like Taylor Lane's gone up. He's cut the grass trying to make an overtake. He's gone off. How's the amateurs going? Well, we look at that. Well, Chris Chatterton is fine. He's kept that position. Josh Rayfield's made a position over Lindmo. And it looks like Yama's also made a position over Simon Dodd. And that's a car gone off there for the amateurs. And I think that might be, I think I'm right in saying...
Dean Timms.
Yes, Dean Timms, and another eclipse going off. That is Dean Timms off. Sorry, it was Simon Dodd, the first one off, and Dean Timms goes off as well.
Let's have a look at this. See what the issue is. So Dean Timms was the first man to go off. What happened to him, the poor soul? Oh, Simon Dodd, unfortunately. Oh, he lost it all on his own.
Sorry.
Yeah, he oh no, Eclipse cars coming together.
Meanwhile, while that's happening, a moment in at the pro field, Casper de Court loses the car going into turn 8. He loses the car, clips Morgan Butler. Morgan Butler's only got one place to go before getting to the carousel, and that's a bridge. He goes into the bridge. He's got wing damage. Taylor Lane will get by him, but with half a lap done, we've got a car with a wing damage. We've got a car that's spun. We've got two Eclipse cars, and there's chaos at Canada Corner. Who's gone up at Canada Corner?
Charles Strayer.
And is he gone off by himself? No, I think he was touching the back. I think, yeah, Adam Crystal. He just got a little bit too light on the brakes. And that is Dreyer around.
Amateurs are going to have battles. Henning Haig, he's losing positions. He started this campaign in 28th. He lost 2 positions just there, going wide, coming through the Canada corner. And now he's having to fight for position. Multiple people in the pits already.
Yep, you cannot see an incident, but we're still watching it.
Meekin is in the pits. Levi Johnson is in the pits. What happened to these poor boys? Oh, crikey, we missed it. Oh my goodness gracious.
Is that an incident at the kink? It is. It is a kink incident there. A very tough corner to get right.
Oh,
Loses the car, and the moment you've lost the car, you're a missile. And unfortunately, that's what's happened there. So that is a shame. You keep watching, by the way. Thomas Dandridge tried to get past Henning Haig, decides against it. No overtakes happening at the moment at turn 5. Pro still looking very good. Alan Christo battling Harry Melvin. And the front of the field is...
Oh, that's a slide from Melvin, by the way. And Alfie Rigby. He's actually gone from 18th to 12th. So he's gained 6 positions.
He's got Will Wakeby in front of him, then Milan Teekins, and then he's got his teammate Thomas Axe there. So a little bit of an RSR PD sandwich here. It's almost like a burger, actually. A couple bits there of PD, with the RSR being the buns. And you can see that these guys are just battling. They've got Casper de Court in front of them, and Casper de Court is still following Louis Eggerson. So a little bit of a train brewing. It is lap 2 coming up to lap 3, so you do expect that. But These guys know what train is all about as they come across the start lap 3. Might see some people try to make some moves shortly. Set yourself up out of turn 1, down into turn 3. You can get a good move out of turn 3. You got to defend down into turn 5. So again, this is a bit of battle of chess at the moment for the pros. They just got to try and hope they can, set themselves up and make a safe move. And that's what I think we're going to be paying attention to with these guys as well. Nothing happening up the front though. Jesse Jones still, as you can see on the...
Alfie's trying to force the issue. He's trying to see where he can place his car comparative to the car that's ahead of him, but he's actually lost time doing that. Come on, Alfie. Oh, Alfie, where are you going? I thought he was about to go into the grass there for a second. He was drifting. That's Thomas Axe chasing down Casper the Core. Louis Egerton making up his position. Just there, he's now gone up into 7th position. Melvin just got passed by Adam Christo. Under threat from Taylor Lane as they come up past turn 6 towards Hurley Downs. Adam Christo carrying damage and 3.7 seconds behind Julian Bell.
Oh no, Taylor Lane's lost the car. He's lost the car at turn 8.
No.
He's kept it on though, but he has not had a good time with that car. And watching, by the way, Casper the Court right on the back of Louis Egerton through the kink. How on earth you get that close to somebody at the kink in these cars? Don't think he'll be able to make a move on Egerton into Canada corner, but he really is forcing Louis to just think about things. And just look at the difference between these two cars. Okay, we know driver skills and everything. There's been a car off, sorry! Christian buzzing the back of the cars off with massive damage. And that was going at the Bill Mitchell. Was he tapped at the back? He was. Chris Day tried to do a little bit of a fake out there, tried to go on the inside to make a move. Clips him, and that is Birds going all the way around. And that is not what you want to see. Danes does lose the position as Harry Wills will take P4. Danestow keeps P5. So there is that, but yeah, that's not what you want to be seeing.
Up ahead, Sean Campbell is attempting to keep away Jesse Jones, who is in it. I don't know how I'm able to say this, but it's a McLaren, an Audi, and yet another McLaren. The two McLarens that are running, they're in the top 3. Antonino Sammarco and Sean Campbell, 2 of them are fighting for... Oh, that is Adam Christo off.
Yeah, what's happened there? Had he lost the car? I think he'd lost
he lost the car.
In turn 3, yeah.
Oop.
Yeah. A lot of cars struggling today. A lot of cars struggling, but back to that battle. Yeah, it's weird to see the McLarens at the front, but Sean Campbell's really shown how good of a driver he is with this McLaren. Just in the tracks that he should not be doing well, to his own his own admission, and then does well. Daytona was a fantastic race for him because of the fuel saving and just keeping with pace. Then you've got the press day was great for him as well. So he also had some great performances at Donington. So really putting it together, and now he's on a track where the McLaren feels at home. He's able to keep it going. He's doing really well at the moment. So. Looking very good, and I'm just thinking, is that Henning Haig? Yeah, Henning Haig just made an overtake. I could see some chatter on the radio, and I didn't know what was going on, but that's that. So that's happening. We still got a little battle there between Wills and Danes for 4th and 5th. We still got this little gaggle of 4. Egerton, DeCourt, Axe, and Tikins, and okay, Alfie Rigby's still in it as well. And actually, Will Eigby's now caught up as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see this now, because a lot of these guys were in that big gaggle for that Daytona race. So they can't stay like this all race, because there's only 21 minutes left with no pit stops.
And the next race will also be 30 minutes as well, so they'll have to do their absolute darndest and get right up there, get hugged into... Oh, that is Alfie Rigby putting a nice clean line. Milan Tikin's going wide, coming through turn 1 into turn 3. Apparently this is turn 3. Ooh.
Marshall post, my friend. But look at it. I mean, Rigby does have a better line off, but at the same time, he's let Tikins go to the inside, and Tikins got a little bit of switching from Axe. But is that Tikins slowing down?
It is indeed.
Now, he has given the position up.
Teekins, unfortunately, what happened there was Thomas Axe was actually staying on the right-hand side of the road and was giving slipstream. Sorry, excuse me. Was giving slipstream to Alfie, and Rigby was, you know, gaining time or gaining speed over him, and Milan was just like, you know what? We can race some more. There's 20 minutes in it. Alfie going from 18th to 9th in 10 minutes. He's literally sending it up the field right now.
Great drive. So, Rob, we were talking about the McLarens at the front of the field and how it don't feel right. How about a Ferrari and a BMW first and second in the amateurs? Just Chris Chatterton and Andrew Miller having a nice little battle here, and Callum Beaumont is right behind them. And in fact, just a hair length behind as well is Lindmo and Bradbury. So the top 5 in the amateurs are practically separated by a second and a half right now. And Miller, every time he thinks, oh, I might be able to get a go, he goes through the technical section of the track. When I say the technical section, that's turn 7 into the hurries down now at the carousel. But then you get to the kettle bottoms, and this Ferrari's just got that top end speed, and he's just struggling at the moment as that Ferrari of Chatterton is just able to pull away. But Miller's doing his best, and just looking behind as well. It looks like Bradbury's going to try and make a move on Lindmo. He does. They're going to be side by side, with the top 3 are going to be in a little bit of a line here. So these two can have a little bit of a battle, the Ferrari versus the Audi. Ferrari might get the speed up once they cross the line. It does. It's starting to pull back a little bit. Now they're fully side by side after that Audi. That Audi's got a lot. That Ferrari, what a lot of top speed. Almost coming together on the braking. Bradbury on the inside, though, is going to compromise his line. Will Lindmo look for a move for Team Slow-Mo? He does not. But I would expect him to get that position back going down to turn 5. Because that Ferrari, did you see the closing speed of that Ferrari? Like, before they went under the bridge, the Audi was like, his front wheels were ahead of the nose of Lindmo, and then they got to the braking point, that Ferrari was side by side.
Welcome to Ferrari land, where the brakes are the only thing that we have working 100%. Oh dear. But I imagine Ted Bradbury in that Audi, he's going to be looking over his shoulder a lot, because it may be a Ferrari, but 2 of the 3 things that you need to have good in the car: steering, acceleration, and braking. Acceleration and braking. I mean, Lindmo has the car to do it in. He just needs to connect corners. I think that's what he needs to do right now. Focus on corners. And he sees the leaders ahead of him. They're not far away. They're not a million miles away. It is not outside the realms of possibility. He just needs to keep his head down. Chatterton.
Well done. Yeah. He's got in slipstream. He has managed to get in slipstream a little bit there, so that will help him. But Lindmo with that Ferrari is always going to be catching. Always going to be a struggle for him. Not much he can do with just that Ferrari. Like you said, welcome to Ferrari land. I mean, yeah, we're not in Dubai with that Ferrari. Is it Ferrari World? That massive attraction? I'm not sure, but you get the idea. Nothing happening in the pros at the moment. That little gaggle is still going. Rigby is really on the back of his teammate Axe there, and having to be a little bit careful, but they're really close to one another. And in some respects, these guys are now starting to pull in. Yeah, this is true. Chris Danes has lost the back of Harry Wills, and these guys are now starting to crawl back to Chris Danes, while Harry Wills is just going to start having a little race on his own, because the top 3 are just gone.
That is Alfie Rigby gaining yet another position. He's overtaking his teammate coming into turn 5, into turn 6. And off he goes. Ben Smith is in the pits. He is towed. I think he's lost the car on his own. If we can get confirmation from Kravitz, wherever he is.
He did. Lost it in turn 1. Another one of turn 1. Hit the wall and went straight into the pits. Heavy damage for him.
Alfie Rigby in 8th position.
Oh, we've missed something with Harry Wills. Harry Wills was 2 seconds up, and he had a little bit of a tweak into turn 6. And that just brought Chris Danes in. And Chris Danes takes over P4. Harry Wills has now got Louis Eggerson and the massive gaggle right behind him. So this is going to be interesting to see because Harry Wills has caught up. So these guys were halfway through. This massive train is not going to catch up to, the top three. But if they can battle for a fourth and fifth, that's going to be very important, not just for their own races, but for the team championship. Not that there's anything on the line for the team championship, just bragging rights, but you always want to do well for your team.
Harry Wills started fourth. He's now fifth as he has to get back at Chris Danes. He's not got damage on the car, so he'll be able to fight another day. But Chris Danes will definitely want to be avenging his
Rob, chalk up another one for Alfie. 11. Just overtook Casper de Court into turn 1. Nice little move there, and he takes that. He's got Louis Eggerson in front of him. Alfie is driving so well at the moment. 11 places made up. He's catching, and just in front of him, that's Harry Wills and Chris Danes trying to go side by side into turn 5. Chris Danes had the inside. Harry had the outside. They almost touch. And Harry is so good at this two-wide racing. They go too wide into turn 5. They're going to go too wide into turn 6, excuse me, lads. Now, you can't go too wide in the kink. Can't go too wide in the kink. No, Harry does you.
Harry slid quite heavily coming out of turn 6. And you can see that he was almost trying to reach for the car. Like, he was literally trying to reach for the car, just being like, no, please, don't do it. Don't slide, no. But then,
I can't believe it. Yeah.
And then it is Alfie Rigby versus Louis Eggerson. Eggerson making up another position. He made up one on Casper de Core. And I think Eggerson is looking behind him and seeing that from out of absolutely nowhere, Alfie Rigby just goes, is that a position? Can I have that? Oh no, that wasn't a question. I'll have that position right now.
Right, so let's give you an update. You can see on the timing tower. Let's give you an update on the battles we're looking at right now. Battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Basically all that way. Danes, Wills, Eggerson, Rigby, the Court, and Axe, who's just slowly losing the toe. But he is in a battle with Milan Tikin. That is one of the major battles we're keeping an eye on. Also in a major battle, the front of the amateurs are pulling a pro move. We've got Chatterton, Miller, Beaumont, Bradbury, Linmo, all 5 of them battling for the lead at the moment. And the best thing about this, as we've mentioned before, Ferrari, BMW, Lambo, Audi, Ferrari. 2 of these things don't look right. The rest love it. So we're keeping an eye on all these battles right now.
Bono, there's a Ferrari winning the race. I can't have this, Bono. Get the FIA on them.
Right, so down. Okay, so they're down the stretch. By the way, they're down the Moraine sweep. What is Alfie Rigby going to try and make another move? He's going to try it on Louis Eggerson, and it goes. Louis Eggerson touches into him. Oh, Louis! The position was there, and Eggerson tried to fight it and loses another. Rigby goes up to 6th. The Court goes up to 7th. Eggerson goes down to 8th.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Louis.
Louis just turned in too early. I think he was misjudging. How far he would be ahead. He thought he would have been ahead more so than he thought he was, and then just turned in too early. But no harm, no foul, no real damage. Unfortunately, Louis has lost 2 positions, so he'll have to, unfortunately, accept and live with it. Alfie Rigby has gained 12 positions.
Crazy, isn't it?
This, I think he has not understood the word chill.
Oh, now I wonder what happened to Callum Beaumont. Callum Beaumont had a moment because the leads and the groups have all gone a little bit K-wire in the amateurs. Ted Bradbury went for a move in turn 6. That is a very risky move there. And yeah, Beaumont right beside him. They touch. He does get the position back. Bradbury has the position back. But these guys are now off the pace. Bradbury's in a battle with Linmo. Beaumont's on his own. He's 2 seconds behind. very questionable move from Bradbury, but the respect to give the position back, in all due fairness, he realised the mistake he made. But it's affected all of their races. Beaumont's now happily in 3rd place, but he can't battle for the lead. Bradbury and Limbo's now battling for 4th place and 5th, with 3rd nowhere near, and they're away from the lead now. Just a questionable move there from Bradbury, if I'm honest.
He had the inside, unfortunately it was a bit too tight going around, but he gave the position back, so that was very nice of him. So
watching the pros, by the way, Danes, Wills going side by side into turn 5 once again. And hello, 1 second, Rigby's caught this, and he's realised this, and he's trying to just follow Danes through as he tries to make a move from Wills. So now these three are just battling bumper to bumper. The 3 Audis trying to make a move. Rigby, I think he might make a move here down into turn 7, decide against it. But look at them.
Rigby, chill. Chill, man. You've gone from last to top 5. There's 9 minutes to go. What are you going to do? Get 3rd?
I mean, he can't get 3rd. 3rd, by the way, we're not showing the lead battles because there is no lead battle. As you can see on the timing tower, the gap is like 1.3 seconds for Campbell over Jones, and about another 3 seconds between Jones and San Marcos. So that's why we're not showing them. We will show them in the end.
Oh my
9 minutes to go! No! No, Harry!
Oh my crikey, that was a move. Harry Wills sent it on the inside. Oh yikes. Yeah, that's a... Oh my goodness gracious. And yeah, well, Alfie's now in 4th.
But that's put all of them down as well. Such a weird move there from Harry, I think. And then also, hang on, while that happened, chaos. We weren't watching it. Everybody checked up. We didn't watch it. Milan Tikins gets rear-ended by his teammate, Will Egby. Tikins in the wall. And then later on, I think somebody else goes into the grass. Is that Egerson? Egerson went into the grass at the Bill Mitchell and hits the wall. It's a concertina effect. Everybody gets off.
The only person
on earth?
The person that made it out on top, Alfie Rigby.
But Project Dynamic just took 2 of their own guys out there in one move. Nobody checking up. Okay, not the Project Dynamic guys on their own. Everybody checks up for what happened there between Danes and Wills, and then we just get a massive calamity there. Egby's going to try and make a move on Harry Wills, so yes, he does. Harry Wills does have damage, but what was a massive battle there? 2 guys are now, well, they were in the wall. They've managed to recover, but what damage is there? Well, Milan Tikins doesn't have a hood. Neither does Louis Egerson. All just because of just, vouching. Think of it as a lap 1. There's wrecks at lap 1, and you're trying to just keep going while other people go full speed and you slow it down. That's probably the best way to describe it. We'll try and get through the positions, but it's Danes, Axe, Egby, and Wills battling for 6th to 8th at the moment. 6th to 9th, sorry, at the moment.
You're missing a person then, hang on.
Am I?
Yeah. What does 6th to 9th equal to? There's 4 drivers in that. You've named 3. Where's the 4th?
Have
you really forgotten what the 9th was?
Yeah.
Milan Tikins has
toes.
I can see why.
Oh! Have a guess where he lost that car.
The kink.
And he flipped on his own accord.
And there's the grass. Well, there's the DRS sign. That's the wall. And
Jonas Dreyer. Oh, Jonas Dreyer just. Yeah, that was a close one.
Oh my crikey.
Right. While you're watching that, Jonas Dreyer just had a moment. Lost it in the penultimate, in the final corner. Lap 14, he lost it. And as he's doing that, you've got the leaders of the amateur, Chatterton and Miller, literally going by, trying their best not to get hit by it. So those 2 for the amateurs, still battling hard. And give a shout out to Ted Bradbury, by the way, because even though he's in P4 and he's battling Callum Beaumont now, he's made up 12 positions overall. He started at the back of the field and has done a really good job once again. He loves going through the field, and you can just see how much it's worked for him. So, trying to make moves on Callum Beaumont. So, first and second having a little scrap for the amateurs. Third and fourth having a scrap as well. Is Bradbury oh, look at that. Beaumont knew that Bradbury was going to try and send it in to turn 6 and had it blocked off. But look at Bradbury. He's all over him. He's all over Beaumont, and Beaumont can't do anything. Finally get some breathing room, but for how long?
Callum Beaumont is in third position. Ted Bradbury is right behind him, glued to the rear end of that bumper. And you just hear how Beaumont almost letting the car slide it way too much, having to lift off. That's going to give a little bit of a better run out for Ted Bradbury, giving him the extra space or the extra closing distance that he needs to be able to really get the slipstream. He'll need to absolutely just send it coming up the straight if he can get in the close enough distance. But he can't, actually. He can't.
Right, so no big battles happening at the front of the pro field, but we still got Thomas Axe, Will Egby, and Chris Daines, not in that order, battling for 6th, 7th, and 8th. They are still continue to go. Thomas Axe has some damage to that rear right of his car. I think that was from the whole check-up situation. Will Egby would definitely have some damage to the nose of that car, and he does. So a little bit of a wounded Audi there for Project Dynamic. But Thomas Axe looking like he wants to make another one. He's made up 4 positions, by the way. So a good drive there from him. Not able to do anything right now on Chris Daines, but you've got to think that Daines will have to defend a turn 6 move. He does not. So they're battling. The 2 Harrys behind them are battling. As Harry Melvin's trying to get around Harry Wills. Christian Furs, how that car is still battling in 12th, I will never know. That car had a lot of damage. And then it is, of course, the amateurs dominating. Chatterton, Miller having a go. So with 3:27 to go, there will be, what, 2 laps to go after this, Rob?
Indeed, there is 2 laps to go. That is 1 damaged Harry Wills. He is carrying a lot of rear end damage on that car. He's being hunted down by Melvin and Furs keeping his eyes on the prize, as it were, and try and keep himself going. Thomas Axe is chasing down Chris Daines. He has 2 laps to do it. But then there's this guy. Hello, Campbell. How you doing? How you doing, Nicolas Cage? And he just zooms by. By the way, Jesse Jones doing very well, but he is actually losing time. He lost 1/10 of a second on that last lap to Campbell, so he actually has to put in blistering lap times to be able to threaten Campbell on the last lap. And unfortunately, Antonino Sammarco.
Ted Bradbury made the move on Beaumont. He made that move on Beaumont. I think he made that. He made that before any overtake, before any long straight. So Bradbury up to P3 in the amateurs. Sorry about that. For the amateurs now up to P3. Louis Eggerson's gone down the order for the pros. So we've got this battle with 2 laps to go in the amateurs. For well, let's be honest. 1st and 2nd having a battle. 3rd and 4th having a battle. 5th and 6th having a battle. And we've still got those in the pros. Amateurs are really delivering today. As still, Casper the Court, Thomas Axe, Chris Daines almost going side by side as Daines and Axe through turn 5. Axe is going to make the move. He's already got past Chris Daines. He's trying to make this stick around the outside of Chris Daines. Almost slides and touches Chris Daines. Holds on to it. Egby's right behind, licking his lips. He wants to make a move, and Egby makes a slide. Does anybody want to make a move? Because everyone's just pushing over the edge right now, and they're just finding the limit, and the limit is kicking them.
Just a replay of the battle we missed. Just to say, this is the side-by-side action between Thomas Axe and Chris Daines coming up into turn 6. Ooh, just a bit of a touch coming out of turn 6. But they're still in it. Nothing's changed. They're still in it. Just Chris Daines needs to continue to nurse his car. He has got damage. Thomas Axe does not, but he's got...
Oh my word, did Will Egby just make that? He did! Will Egby with a send gets it past. And that was a massive move. Takes it on the penultimate lap. And now Axe is down into P8. San Marco's in the pits. San Marco is in the pits.
No!
Why?
No! Why is he in the pits? Why
He's out of fuel.
No! Oh no! Is he actually?
He is limping to the pit box.
No!
And this means 15 places on the white flag for Alfie Rigby.
Alfie Rigby, I will remind you, P18. He's now P3. 15 positions in 30 minutes. 15.
He's gone for the sorry. Thomas Axe just went for the send on Will Egby and could not make it. I've got to say there was a little bit of weaving there on the braking, I think. Yeah, there was definite weaving on the braking there. No offense, Will, but I can see the brake lights on. I can see your car moving left and then right. That is moving on the braking there from Egby. As Thomas Axe cannot get by and is trying his best. Where is Sean Campbell? He's coming down to Canada corner. He's only got a couple corners left to do. Axe is still battling. Beaumont, Bradbury still battling. Miller, Chatterton is no longer battling. Chatterton's got that. But coming around up the corners into turn 14. He's just got one left to do. Sean Campbell is going to win another race this season. But this time he will be the car at the front. And it will not be due to a steward's inquiry. Sean Campbell wins race 1. Jesse Jones will take P2. Alfie Rigby takes P3.
RSR 2-3. I think Alfie Rigby will be absolutely delighted for that. That was an absolute banger from him today. Casper de Court.
Oh, hold on, Rob. There's a sprint race at the end. A sprint race between Axe and Egby. Axe might get Egby on the line. He's going to get him on the line. Axe beats Egby on the line. What a drive at the end from Axe. Wow. Sorry to interrupt, but these guys were battling. And Egby was trying to find every bit of defense he could, and he could not find it. Axe went on the grass going into turn 14, and he still found the line. He still found the speed with no slipstream to get past Egby for P6. That is a vital position for Thomas.
3 thousandths of a second separated them at the line. He just pipped the post. And by the way, Chris Chatterton coming home in P1. Andrew Miller, a very good second place in P2. Well done. But it's this man that I need to congratulate. Well done. Oh, what's wrong with this car? Oh, I think he's very happy. Happy.
A happy McLaren. A happy McLaren. I like it.
Let's go over the results for race 1 of 2. Remember, there's a second race afterwards. Oh, he parked it. Oh, okay. He parked it. Okay. So race, yeah, you go over the races also. Race 1 of 2.
I'll do it this time. Yeah, I'll do it because you did the last one. Sean Campbell, as we saw, dominated the field. Simply put, domination from Sean Campbell. 2-second gap over Jesse Jones, who takes P2. Alfie Rigby, 15 places. It still makes me surprised. 15 places Alfie Rigby makes. Starts 18th, finishes 3rd. Casper de Court, 4th. Chris Danes, 5th. Thomas Axe gets that fantastic last, drag race to the line to get 6th over Will Egby, who comes home 7th. The two Harrys, Harry Melvin and Harry Wills, 8th and 9th respectively. Christian Furs limps home in 10th after the issue. And Taylor Lane, again, he had a tough start to that race. He comes home in 11th. Chris Chatterton wins the amateurs over Andrew Miller, with Callum Beaumont there in P3. just holding off Ted Bradbury in P4 with Hakon Lindmo in 5 for the amateurs and Yama in 6 for the amateurs. Back to the pros, Jonas Dreyer there in 18th overall, and then again for the amateurs we've got Matthew Heatrick there, 19th overall, Thomas Dandridge 20th, Simon Dodd 21st, Daniel Merchant 22nd, Dean Timms 23rd, Lyden Lee 24th, Mark Bailey 25th, Alex Homerson 26th, Josh Rayfield 27th, John Williams 28th. Now, these cars all lap down. Louis Eggerson, Liam Ahern, Henning Haig, they will get to be at the front of the field for their categories because of the reverse grid. As will Antonio San Marco. 2 laps down, just inside.
You said Antonio, by the way.
I tried not to. Antonio. There we go. 2 laps down. He will be the pole position for the pros. Milan Tikins 5 laps down. Adam Christo 7 laps down. James Pearce will be 8 laps down. Ben Smith 9 laps down. Julian Bell 13 laps down. Morgan Butler 14 laps down. Mark Fleming will be 15 laps down, as is David Meakin and Levi Johnson. And James Armstrong turned up with the wrong car. It's simply put, turned up with the wrong car.
Oh dear.
Oh dear indeed. So, that is race 1.
Race 1 of 2. 2 is coming up in a second. Don't go away. While we're waiting for, I was about to say wait to, and I was like, I was gonna be like, oh no, why? Is there anything to be said for how good Alfie Rigby was? That from starting dead last in pro, just zoom up the ladder and was just like, well, I'll take 3rd. Thank you very much.
We've got some people that want to have some talk. So what I'm going to do first, I think I'm going to get the 2 guys. We're going to get Sean and Jesse in just quickly before the second race. Sean, first of all, McLaren, absolute dominance.
I chose the right car.
Chose the right car, but it was just a great... I mean, qualifying was fantastic for you. And then you were just able to I wouldn't say pull away from Jesse, but you were just able to keep a consistent pace and just do the work you needed for the first race. And technically, it's your first win on broadcast because of last week.
Yeah, after last week, I really wanted to get one that was, like, legitimate, I guess I would say. And I realized that Road America is probably the only place to do it because I looked at the times and it's only a 10th behind the Audi, according to VRS, but VRS are a bunch of jokers. I said it. But, yeah, I think it went awesome.
It did go awesome. And, come on, Rob, you can have your moment with Jesse. Come on, I know you want this, Rob.
Jesse, I'm going to miss you, man.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not going to be gone forever. I'm pretty sure Kai, who's going to be replacing me, he's got a few things to do in Formula 4. So my plan is when he can't race, I'll ease off on my hand to step in. So I don't know what rounds they are, but you'll definitely see me at least once or twice again this season.
Yeah, it's going to be weird not seeing yourself and Coper on the grid anymore. Well, at least for this season. I mean, come back to us, son.
I would definitely. To be honest, this is such a good league and such a good series to use. Especially we've taken on a lot of young drivers, which our teams have never really done before. I mean, like youngsters, like teenagers, and we just felt like me and Oscar were taking a lot, trying to, help everyone with all the special events going on. We're doing better than we thought in a different league. We just thought we weren't putting 100% into this league, and we thought it'd be rude not to put some of our younger drivers who would put 110% in. We felt like it'd be better for the league. We felt like it'd be better for them. It's gutting because I really do enjoy, especially Daytona. That was just a class race. Everyone was doing what they should have been doing. Everyone was driving smart. Everyone had a lot of respect for each other on track. Yeah, man, it's the quality of racing is stunning at the moment, and it's going to be a shame to go.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah, the quality is great. And I'll tell you, well, Chris Chatterton as well here. Just thought I'd bring him as well. Winner of the first race for the amateurs in a Ferrari. I mean, that's a great result. Congratulations, Chris.
Thank you. I've been pretty confident all week with having Dainsey on my team as a target to aim for. You know, I felt pretty good all week, and we pulled it off.
I mean, one of the things as well is the Ferrari still that top end speed. Is that one of the things you're using to your advantage?
I'm taking as much wing off as I can, while keeping it stable to try and get more of an advantage off that. But it was loose tonight. It was different to what I drove yesterday.
Of course, the second race will be, I think it's in the evening, so it's going to be a challenge. And of course, all three of you are going to be at the back if you're, well, not all the way at the back because of the cars that finished a few laps down. I'll go down the order. Chris, what's your expectations for the second race?
Oh, if I can pick 20 points up, 25 points, that's all. I'm just ticking off the points number every week. So, yeah, the guys ahead of me are going to be quick because it was a really tight battle throughout the full-on race. But yeah, 20, 25 points, that's what I'm looking for.
I'll leave Jesse to the end. Sean, what are you hoping in the second race?
I don't know. I don't have anything to shoot for since round 1 I got taken out, and round 2 round 2 by Donington is what I mean, because press day I got taken out, and then race 2 for Donington I also got taken out. But hopefully I can get up there.
And Jesse, I mean, I don't. It's probably one of your last races for this season. What's your expectation for this race? Are you just going to go for a bang?
I'm just going to... I mean, the good thing with this track, there's a lot of opportunity for passes if you can just get a good exit. So if you screw your head on properly, there's a lot of opportunities to pass. I think the McLaren that was in third, I think run out of fuel. He's going to be in pole. So I think he'll win. If he's going to be if he's going to be on the front, I'll probably say a win's going to be out of the question. I feel sorry for him.
Oh no, I'm just reading. It's not fuel.
Oh.
He has just put a message that he is sick and cannot focus.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So yeah, it's a health-related issue, unfortunately.
Well, I hope he gets better soon, and I really hope he looks after himself. I mean, scary times out there as well. So get well soon, dude.
Yeah, get well soon.
Yep.
Yeah. So we will let you three go back to your respective rooms, get yourself psyched up and ready for the war zone that is race 2. I shouldn't be saying that. Harry's going to kill me. The reverse grade is always a challenge anyway, but all the best to you guys. Maybe we'll see a couple of you back here afterwards, but all the best to Chris Chatterton, Jesse Jones, and Sean Campbell. And like I said, good luck in the second race.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, Rob, that is...
We're alone.
We're alone. I think we're alone now.
Race 2 coming up. I'm so sad to see the RSR boys. Well, they're not going away, but they're being replaced. But from what I've seen from Alfie, I think people are going to be even more afraid now.
Yeah, well, also, just remember as well, you've got the Vector guy. Christian Furs is an RSR member, but he's for Vector, which, as far as I'm aware, is their junior team. Picked him up after last year, winning the amateurs, the amateur division in this series. Really good driver, and he's really shown his worth. So not only if they've got the youngsters, as Jesse put it, I mean, not the teenagers he said, but the young ones. They're still kids to me. I'm 32 now. But you're in their 20s. If they're in their 20s, they're still kids to me.
See, this is the problem, right? I can't take you anywhere. You keep calling all these like 20-year-olds kids. You're only 12 years older than them.
All I'm going to say is, right, when I did esports back in my 20s, I was called the old one. When I go to work, I'm called the young one. I've got to make myself feel old online, okay? Like sim racing, I don't feel the old one, but I'm still around, kids. Come on, let me have that. No, like I said, it's a shame. Oscar and Jesse, some fantastic racing. I mean, I just remember their racing at Sebring, end of last season, where Oscar... Literally, yeah, I've got my new pedals, I've got my new gear, I've got my new DD wheel. oh yeah, I've got a decider, and then somebody misinterpreted the points and said, oh, there's only 1 point between first and second, and it's those two, and it's like, oh. And then everyone looked, and it was like, no, Oscar had it won, it was fine. It was like, okay, that was confusing. But no, two good drivers. We've seen them around quite a bit, and it's safe to say, though, what they've started with RSR, like not just from this series, because RSR are a battle a way away. I've seen them, they're in other leagues. I've seen them on Oval. I've seen them in prototypes. They're everywhere. They are a rising organization. Well, they are up there. It's just that they're still. I wouldn't say they're on that. They're not on that ridge. You know how I don't know if you know, in esports there's your tier 1 and your tier 2 teams, but they're not in the middle of that. They are tier 1, but they're improving. They're not right at the front. You're not seeing them battling with a Redline or a Williams right away, but they're getting there. And if they can use the league, and if they can use the league to develop some of these new talents they've got, it's going to be fantastic for them. So, yeah, it's a shame to say goodbye to Oscar and Jesse, but I can't. We got to be excited for the new thing. And Alfie's 14, so he literally is a kid. So there you go, Rob. I'm old enough to be his dad.
He's 14.
I'm old enough to be his. I'm old enough to be his dad.
And you're slower than, and you're slower than him. That's sick.
You have to punch a man below the belt like that.
Truth hurts, doesn't it?
The things I got to do with this guy, I can't believe it. I just cannot believe. Oh, I couldn't make that sound like I made a dramatic exit, could I?
Oh dear. Anyways, we're just loading back in now to the second session. Get yourselves strapped in for the memes, because I'm going to be enjoying the memes. What memes, you ask? Memes. Brought to you by Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. If you like what you see, consider following us on YouTube, like and subscribe. Consider following us on our Discord, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Consider becoming a member, or consider super chatting us to help support us directly. We always appreciate it. Thank you for TrackCams22 for being able to give us, allow us to use the cams as we are.
Have you run out? You worked it out? You've done your shill?
Yes.
Still teaching you. Still teaching you.
Oh, you see, I'm just here to have a good time.
Yeah. Sorry, I've got that ability to just say everything just very quickly. So, second session loading up. Cannot wait. Cannot wait as well for what's coming up this week. We've already talked about what's happening Sunday. Friday's going to be a little of a voyage to the unknown for us. Friday 1900 GMT, the European Sprint Series at Twin Ring Motegi. I've never raced at Twin Ring, apart from back in the old days of Gran Turismo, so I've never commentated
Twin Ring Motegi is one of my favorite tracks to watch, and that's saying something.
It has a unique feel to it. I think it's from that design from Japan. And by the way, remember I was saying, I think people are aware, I'll mention this. Remember I was saying that there was a earthquake in Japan on Saturday. And of course it was an aftershock from the Great East Japan earthquake from 2011. And that earthquake caused damage to Twin Ring. Actually damaged the oval. The oval's never been used for proper motor racing. It's done for like club events now. So I worried, and I did do some research. No damage this time. 7.1 magnitude earthquake on Saturday. No tsunami. One of the strongest intensity readings Japan has had since 2011. No damage to Twin Ring Motegi. I think the Edo racetrack nearby in the same prefecture, unfortunately, did have some damage to it, but yeah, Twin Ring was nice. It was nice to hear that it was okay, because that is, I did not realize Honda, when they were in F1, used it as their testing ground. Oh, it was ruined by the recent. Sorry, Nick. It was ruined by the landslide. I heard that I heard that it had damage. I saw some photos of the road, destroyed from the earthquake, from the aftershocks. But yeah, that's a shame. Now, has Rob gone for his customary break? I think he has. He's left me to my own devices again. I must admit, I don't know Ebisu. I do not know that track. I know a few Japanese tracks, but not a lot. I'm one of those guys that say, "Hey, could we have Fuji on iRacing, please?" It's just one of those tracks that just feels right if you get rid of that annoying double hairpin at the bottom of the track, which you can. But then, if you then don't have it, you basically just got a 90-degree high-speed right turn, which isn't exactly safe. So, on one hand, do you want guys making really late dives into a hairpin that backs into another hairpin, or do you want a high-speed right-hander, which will have people sending it in? Yeah, you be the judge of that one. Fuji would be so much better if they skipped Sector 3. Yeah! Yeah, Fuji... See, that's an interesting one. Because Fuji was this high-speed track. It was a really fast track. And then they tried to make it longer. But they did what they had to work with. And basically just... I don't know, it flows. But it doesn't. Does that make sense? I don't know if you guys in chat understand. It flows, but at the same time, it doesn't feel right. Granted, it's probably better than just doing a right hand and just going straight up the hill. They could have done something better. The final turn of Fuji, really weird, but it's got that. I can't remember. It's got a very sloped runoff area, hasn't it? Like something like that, hasn't it? Like a curving runoff. It's like an angle. They could have done something. They could have kept the old curvature, I feel, instead of having such a weird sharp corner. They could have done some more. Maybe I've watched too much F1 with Tilka tracks now. You see, it's a good debate, Fuji, of what they could do, because the rest of the track been the same since the 70s. But that last part of the track, just to make it compliant with modern day standards and speeds, it just doesn't go well. I don't know. Maybe we'll find. They said go kart. I didn't say go kart. They said go kart. Waiting for the Stanford rescan. That will never happen. Stanford coming to the RSR Super Trofeo Series this Monday. That'll be fun. I can't remember. I think I've only done Stanford once, so that will be fun. Just a lot of little tracks being used on iRacing right now that not many people use. Did you know that the PCC series is at Homestead Roval this week? I am part of two clubs. One club is the Make Barber Raceway More Popular Club, and the other one is Can Big Series Please Use Homestead Roval? It's a really nice Roval. If you've not tried it, get and do some PCC this week. Go and watch some streamers doing PCC. It's been on the IMSA schedule once. I think it's time it comes back again. It works. This has been a message not paid for by the Homestead Roval Society. And we now return to our regularly scheduled program. Race 2. So, because of what's happened with, unfortunately, to San Marco, with some illness there, like I said, we all said get well soon. It means Louis Eggerson will be pole. I repeat, it means Louis Eggerson will be pole. Do we have enough Roval for 12 weeks of Roval? We'll get back to that. It's 21 Celsius, 70 Fahrenheit. Track humidity 55%. It is 3:35 p.m. And we have a full formation lap. So Jonas Dreyer will be side by side. Louis Eggerson behind them will be. Just trying to see if that is. Yes, that is Christian Furs and Taylor Lane. Ted Bradbury will be starting in the pits. Meanwhile, for the amateurs, who leads the way for the amateurs? It is Simon Dodd. Sorry, nope, I've got my why am I saying Simon Dodd? Everything was backwards for me. It's Henning Haig with Liam Ahern and then John Williams and Josh Rayfield. That is your top 4 for the amateurs. And like I said, Ted Bradbury will be starting. I got to check this. Ted Bradbury will be starting in the pits. Welcome back, Rob.
Thank you very much.
So I think Julian Bell is well starting in the pits. So I'm just thinking, could we do 12 weeks of Rovals?
No.
Homestead, Texas Legacy, Charlotte, Indianapolis, Daytona. Charlotte again in a different configuration. Daytona in the NASCAR configuration. Homestead again, because it's got 3 Rovals, so another Homestead. Just trying to think of any more Roval. Pocono. That's got a Roval in the Legacy version. Yeah, no, we could do 12 weeks of Rovals every week, being a different formation.
No. No, I forbid it. I forbid it. Forbid everything that is going on right now about Rovals. 12 Rovals.
Everybody is getting. Yeah, everybody's getting.
Let's go away. 12 Rovals.
I'll tell you what. Let's do it. Let's make a NASCAR series with the Cup cars doing Rovals for a whole season. I am horrible. Wait, does Charlotte Rallycross count as a Roval?
No.
Aaron, write it down. We're doing Charlotte. We're doing Charlotte Rallycross and Cup cars.
I forbid this. I forbid this. Forbidden. Do you hear me? Forbidden.
You're not the boss of me.
Fair enough.
GT3 Rallycross. Right, so what are we predicting? We're predicting, unfortunately, a little bit of chaos. Harry Melvin, middle of the pack, P6, and a Ferrari. Literally, Lambo, Audi, Ferrari, Lambo, Audi, BMW. So anything could happen there. Really curious to see what happens to Sean Campbell at the back of the field. For the amateurs, well, it's a big mix again. We've got a BMW on pole, and then a Lambo, then another BMW and a Lambo. So expect those Lambos to get a little bit of a good start. And then a Ferrari behind him, Alex Thomaston, and then another. So Lambos are in full force here, but just don't count out don't count out those BMWs. I hate to be horrible, Rob, but we're not doing a sweepstakes over Taylor Lane. Unfortunately, Taylor's not been having the best of luck.
No, he's definitely made it clear that he's made the wrong choice of car. Unfortunately, he'll have to stick with it for 9 more races, I think.
Well, we're gonna stick with it for one more time tonight. This is Raidillon TV. The only corner you need. Race 2 at Road America. Rob will take you away.
As they come up now to the start-finish line, pace car will pull off. However, Louis Eggerton will hold them up until they get on top of the hill. You can just see the spread of the cars now. The amateurs are holding all the way back as the procession Slowly gets... And there they go. That is Louis Egerton leading them off at lightning speed. Pros 2x2 coming down the start-finish line. And that is Louis Egerton way ahead of everybody else. Remember, Ted Barbary has to wait for the amateurs to get by, or the pros to get by. So he'll have to wait until they get out. The flashing of lights, he's ahead. The pros have all made it around. There's movement in the back. That is Casper de Court, side by side with, I think that is Chris Daines. Pros are all made it through. Adam Christo moving on to James Armstrong, who started in the back. Oh my god, that's just a sea of cars coming down towards turn 5 past Moraine Sweep. That is car 17. Sorry, that's car in 17. That's James Armstrong going wide. He's now at the back of the field behind Morgan Butler and Matthias Jensen. And what about the amateurs?
Pretty quiet in the amateur field at the moment. Henning Hay continues to lead the charge in the amateurs, but elsewhere, not a lot going on. Just keeping on our eyes to see what happens at turn 5. Everyone keeping it calm. Simon Dodd making a position, or just fighting back after losing a position there on the Ama, so gets that back going. But everything's a little bit quiet. The back of the field, Chris Chatterton is slowly trying to make his way up, but he's battling Ben Smith. No change there. Everybody getting through pretty calmly at the moment. So looking good at the moment. I'm knocking on wood, but they started. Oh my god, I go back to the pros! No! That's Jensen off! Jensen's off and Morgan Butler's off! They had lost it at the kink! And that is Jensen. Did he just clip the grass? Oh, he clipped the grass and he fought that car. He fought that car so much, and Morgan had to try and avoid him. He goes on the grass. So Butler's toes. Jensen, he's decided to park the car as well.
The two of them lost it. No collision there. They just lost it of their own accord. Such a shame to see it. Big S in the chat for the two boys. They did so well, and unfortunately, race 2 has gone awry for them. As Harry Wills battles Christian Furs side by side going into turn 1. Christian Furs on the outside. There's nowhere for him to go. He's still going side by side with Harry Wills. Oh, Harry Wills pips him to the post in turn 3.
I thought there was going to be a cutback move there from Christian Furs, but there isn't. And Harry Melvin's just decided he wants some. He's got a better speed out of there compared to the other two. He's going to go side by side with Furs. He gets that position, but he's side by side, and he's got nowhere to go with Harry Wills in front of him. So he's going to lose that position he just gained. He might lose another one as well. Egby just comes up beside. Oh no! He lost it. He lost the car. Lost the car. No! He crashed. That's his teammate. That's his teammate. That's Chris Daines who's lost it. He hits Adam Christo as well. Did he just go wide? Yeah, on his own accord. Went wide. Clipped on the grass. And oh, you've got to feel sorry. You've got to feel sorry for Chris. Oh, and who did he take out in that? I think Adam Christo got clipped as well. Yeah,
Adam Christo.
Yeah.
And Adam Christo's race, I think, is over. He's carrying a lot of damage to the front right of his car. Oh, just unfortunate.
How much steering damage?
People are actually trying. The thing is, people are actually trying to avoid each other. And I think.
But have you seen the gaggle though? You've seen the gaggle up at the field. Tikins, Jones, Axe, Melvin, and I think that's also who's that? That's Rigby.
Oh, they touch.
Look at it! Oh, look at this! I cannot describe it. 4 of them, 5 of them going too wide. Sean Campbell's behind. He's just trying to avoid everything. He's got the pace, but he realizes with 26 minutes to go, if he just keeps his calm, and again, taking those wide lines, he might be okay. That's a car in the pits.
Melvin's gone into the pits. Melvin has, unfortunately, got damage. As Jesse Jones and Thomas Axe go to battle. Thomas Axe on the inside, coming up to it. Jesse Jones, though, he's got the launch.
No, Jesse, don't hit the grass. Jesse, don't. Oh, losing the position.
Loses 2.
Hard.
He lost 2. He was ahead, and he just lost 2. And then Milan Tikins is up into 10th position. And you see Adam Christo in the background. He's going to try and see if he can let these guys battle and come back into it. Sean Campbell is blocked out. He can't move. Two cars going side by side, going down into turn 5. Oh, it's a bit of a squeeze.
Is he going to keep it round the outside? He's still pushing. They're still fighting. They hate each other. There was no space. No space there for Jesse. No space, and he had to come back on. And I think they were interlocked, but yeah, he just lost it. No space for him to go. And where else can he go but the grass?
And he's towed as well. Taylor Lane.
Yeah.
Taylor Lane in 3rd position. Trying not to sneeze here.
Taylor Lane in 3rd position. I'll let you go on with that. Just holding on. I'm knocking the wood while this is going on because I'm always worried when we see Taylor Lane doing well at the moment. We've got Harry Wills coming behind him. Just going to hold on, but he's just trying to have a peaceful race. Just trying to see what he can do. A little bit of seat time, as they would say. Trying to see what he can do. He's got to just keep battling Harry Wills, but this is the moment where if he battles, he'll push himself too hard, and when you push yourself too hard, that's when you start making mistakes. So Taylor's just going to take it a little bit easy. He's got Harry Wills behind, and behind Harry is Christian Furs. That is your 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Just got to keep battling there. Just see what's going to be happening. I haven't talked a lot about the amateurs, as Sean Campbell may be making a move on Jesse Jones shortly. Jones goes for defense, so I don't think we'll see anything there. Amateurs, Henning Haig still leading the charge. Julian Bell's between him and Lee Mahern. Lee Mahern, that's not a name we've heard for a couple of weeks in the front of the amateurs. Lee Mahern taking P2 with Josh Rayfield behind in P3. So that is a Demon Works car, a VRT, and a slow-mo car in 3rd, 2nd, and 1st for the amateurs. You good now? You got your sneeze out?
Yeah, I sneezed so hard. You know when you have that sneeze and you're just like, it's coming, and
yeah,
there's nothing you can do to stop it, and you're just like, oh no.
But anyway, Sean Campbell, by the way, moved up. He's now P10. So doing a good job.
Alfie Rigby in 8th position.
Alfie in 8th position made up 3 spots. As is Casper de Court, to be fair. And they've got Will Egby right in front of them as they try to go up the field. In front of them as well. Oh, that was Christian Furs blinking. I thought, what was going on with Harry there? But no, it was Christian Furs blinking. He's got no! Casper's hit the grass of the gate! And so is Taylor Lane! Both of them have gone off. Taylor Lane's got some damage. He's got no hood. Casper de Court might be done. Taylor lost it at the kink. Too much speed. And Casper de Court did the exact same thing. Synchronized. Casper de Court's towed. Taylor's still going, but he's now down into what, P10, I want to say. But he may be coming in this time as well. The kink claims 2 more victims.
That kink is lethal. And I was knocking on wood so hard. I feel so bad for Taylor Lane. Like, I feel so bad for him because he's a good driver, but it just never goes his way. It never does. And now Alfie Rigby is up into P5, going to be chasing down Christian Furs in amateur. We have Josh Rayfield up into 3rd. Calvin Dent correctly pointing it out. He's gained a few positions himself. He's not doing too shabby.
Doing some good driving. Casper de Court, by the way. Sorry, it's not Casper de Court. That's Julian Bell. I forgot he's his teammate there with the same thing. They're just in between them. Not much Liam and Josh can do. Liam will probably use that as slipstream just to help him defend against Josh. No one's near them. Simon Dodd is... I think Mark Bailey's had a little bit of a moment there. Yeah. Had a little bit of a moment. He dropped a couple of places. Simon Dodd and Yama's got by them. So those 3 cars battling behind them for 4th, 5th and 6th. But at the moment, you can see... I'm just trying to see, actually, what is Haig going to do with Bell? Because he can let the pro driver through. But then he's going to compromise himself. or he could just be battling. At the same time, you can see Liam Ahern is trying to get by as well, because he realises the urgency. With 20 minutes to go, he realises how he's got to get by as fast as he can to get onto the back of Henning, and it's not working for him at the moment. It's a weird situation because, you know, you're different races, you're same speed. What do you do? And I think Liam might just get a little bit, I wouldn't say hasty, but I think he might look to try and make this move shortly around the pro driver.
The pro driver, remember, he doesn't have to yield. He's on the same pace as the amateurs around him. Bell will try, of course, I imagine, to give the space where he sees. Oh, crikey! Give the space where he
You think
needs.
he'll give yeah. You think he'll give it now?
Information to
Close
pit lane. Car 19, please give space to car 10 and car 6.
Thank you, Eduardo. Thank you. I missed you.
He made a return. He was our mascot when we did the 24 hours for ovarian cancer action, which netted Tommy Hands the ovarian cancer action. I think it was the Young Fundraiser of the Year award for that year. We helped a little bit out in that, and we are very happy to do so. And that is Liam Ahern being overtaken very deep by Josh Rayfield. Rayfield losing no time. He says, there's a pro in front of you. I'm sorry, there's now an amateur in front of you now. Ooh, side by side, actually going up into turn 6. Josh Rayfield defending his position and defending it well. It's another position for the TechSense. I think that's the TechSense team. That was a very good move by Josh. Caught Liam Ahern essentially napping on the corner. Liam Ahern was just like, and you know, Josh Fields just like, oof. I'm so sorry. I need to stop.
Wow. Sean Campbell's up to 7th in the pros.
Man, he tricks off.
No, not Matt. Not Matt. He's off at turn 8. Oh no, he got hit from behind from Callum Beaumont.
Oh.
Beaumont going for a defense. Oh, yeah. Beaumont was trying to defend against Ben Smith. And you can just see that was unfortunate there. Probably one eye on the mirror instead of both eyes on the front. A bit of an, you know, it's a racing incident from Beaumont. We've all done it. It's just unfortunate because he does have to take the blame. I think anybody would take the blame from that. We've all done it. Too much focus on the mirror than the front. So that's a shame. That is a shame for Matt.
Alfie
I'm
Rigby
sure
has caught up to the rear end of Harry Wills.
Why are you surprised?
I'm very surprised.
Why?
I'm amazed, man. A 14-year-old's about to be, what, a 30-something-year-old? On the inside coming towards, that is, I was about to say the Moraine Straight. No, it's Moraine. Oof!
Capitalize. He capitalized on Harry having to go a little bit slower in the apex because Christian going slow. Side by side through 6 into 7. They can't go side by side. Rigby might try the cut back here. Not going to get it. Wills is going to have to go on defense. Rigby sells a dummy. He's going to go down the inside into turn 8. Makes the move and still side by side. If Harry's got a nickname, it's the 2-wide monster because that's again another 2-wide he's done. And into the carousel, Wills keeps the position. Seriously, every time I look at Harry Wills, he's 2 wide in a corner and he's not backing off.
He's got the position. It's up to Alfie Rigby to make the overtake. Oh, no.
No!
We've done it again. We've done it again. Oh, God damn it. Oh. We've cursed another man.
Is that the 3rd death?
Chat. I'm not saying we're guilty. You'll have our backs in the court case, will you? Please? We didn't mean to kill those men. We didn't mean to curse them. Please.
I mean... Let me think. No, I mean, the amateurs, it is good to see the standard. Actually, speaking of the standard, Henning Haig is now got a battle with Josh Rayfield. These two for the lead of the amateurs. Looks like Bell finally got past Haig, and Rayfield's going to be side by side with Haig, and it's just going to be easy. That Lamborghini has just got the better speed at them on that start-finish straight, and Josh Rayfield will take the lead of the amateurs. Henning won't give this up without a fight, though. He will try and battle back as Rayfield. He might even try to go not around the outside of turn 3. He might compromise himself. But Rigby's now...
Oh, he has.
Hearn is now behind.
He has compromised himself. Yeah, you're exactly right. Way too wide coming into turn 3. And look at this. That's a Lamborghini of Liam Ahern on the inside line coming down Moraine's sweep. And, yeah, just easy. Yeah, just slid on by Liam Ahern. The BMW thick. But unfortunately, it's not good in this kind of track. Josh Rayfield, all he has to do is go. Keep behind the pro. Use the slipstring wherever possible and just gun it. Let the other two fight.
You know who else needs to gun it?
Well, who?
Jonas Dreyer. Jonas Dreyer has closed that gap to 0.3 of a second, as you can see on the tower between to Egerson. He is on the back right now. The man that could have had a great result last week is looking for revenge. James Armstrong is told, do not tell me that's another one off at the kink. It is. It's before the kink. He overcooked it at the carousel, and James Armstrong goes off and hits the wall, the inside wall of the kink.
Oh, no. The kink, I think the kink is clean. Can we not just...
Rob,
yeah.
That puts Alfie Rigby in P4, by the way.
Kinky. Oh yes. Oh. Oh. I feel like I'm going to have to, you know, go, say my like my penance for that, you know, just for that joke. Sean Campbell, by the way, passing Will Egby to go up to P5. He's absolutely flying at the moment. He's gained 8 positions since the start of this race. He's got one over Alfie Rigby.
Yeah, but Alfie's in touching distance to Christian First right now. So you never know. These guys could be having a battle of who can get the most overtakes. But it's going to look identical because Alfie, yeah, he's almost there. Sean's there. They're battling each other, and they're almost like followed each other up the field. Very nice little work there. Alfie working the magic. And they can see in front, just down the bottom of the hill, they can see that battle for the lead. It's only 3 seconds between Dreyer and Furs, and then it's a second gap between Furs, Rigby, and Rigby Campbell. And Harry Wills is now in the pits.
Yeah, that is grass that killed the cat. Not curiosity. No, grass killed the cat.
That wasn't grass. That was gravel. He hit the gravel. Oof.
Well, it wasn't. It wasn't tarmac anyway.
Well, it wasn't the kink. It wasn't the kink. 11 and a half minutes ago, you can still see on the timing tower the gap between Egerson and Dreyer, about 0.3 to 0.2. And while I'm watching that, Dreyer just a little bit of an off coming out of the Bill Mitchell bend, but he's okay. He's okay. He's kept that. Behind them, Campbell looks like he wants to push on to Alfie Rigby. You're still seeing this lovely battle between an Eclipse and a VRT. Looking very... I love those two liveries. They're so colourful.
Simon Dodd, do not avert your eyes, is in the 3rd position. Come on, Dodd. I am smashing wood like no tomorrow, like I'm a lumberjack. I will buy all the wood just to see you in 3rd position. Please. Please. You only have 10 minutes. Please.
Oh, look at Julian Bell. Look at Julian Bell. He's letting the amateurs have their battle. He did have Josh Rayfield go by him. He's just decided, you know what? Liam, Josh, battle. I can't do it. I can't do it. So they're going to battle. Simon Dodd's going to battle Zakaria Yama. Behind them, Ben Smith and Mark Bailey's going to go side by side, and Ben Smith is going to get that position. So it's all happening in the amateurs. It's just like happened. I swear we had another driver somewhere.
I think we did. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, there's been a few.
Oh, it was Henning Haig. It was Henning Haig. He pitted. Not sure why it was Henning Haig, wasn't it? The BMW of Henning Haig. I cannot see what's happened to him, but unfortunately he went into the pits.
I never came out.
And never came out. I'm not sure what happened. Lost a few positions. Oh, he lost it at the carousel. Lost it at the carousel and towed. I see now. And Liam Ahern's gone off. Liam Ahern's going backwards. He goes off at the little kink at turn 6 down the kettle down. And that's P2 and the car just said no.
Oh my crikey. Yep. And his brake lights are on and that car's still going backwards. Oh no. And his race, I think, is over. Yes, he's just towed. The car has unfortunately said no.
That is a shame. Right. How do I pick this up? I just need to just go down what's happening in the pros. You can see it, but it is very tight. But okay, so Sean had an off track, but he still does a 2:03.804. In front of him is an RSR and a Vector having a battle. Alfie Rigby's up to 3rd position. Again, up to 3rd position. And Sean Campbell is going to follow him through into turn 3. He's going to get 4th position. Anything you can do, Alfie, I can do just as well because I'm in a McLaren. Now Sean's going to in a battle for Alfie. They're so far behind Dreyer and Eggerson. I can't see them catch him with 8 minutes to go. Stranger things have happened, but these two are going to be battling for the last podium spot, and you know Christian is not going to just stay in the back and watch it. He will be fighting. How is that battle between Dreyer and Eggerson, by the way? Still battling on. Dreyer is just trying to make Eggerson make the mistake. He's trying to make Eggerson mirror watch. It's going to be tough.
Well, I mean, how can you mirror watch in that Lambo? I mean, there's a big thing in the way called the back cover. Is there a window?
No, it's got a camera. It's got a camera.
Oh, it's got a it's a camera.
Yeah, and unlike modern day, unlike cars like the Ferrari and the Porsche, the camera is actually on the roll bar. It's actually bolted on the roll bar with Jubilee clips. So it's not on the dashboard, it's on the roll bar, which to me is very off-putting. I'd rather have it on the dashboard.
Maybe that's because you're used to having it like in the center console, like a GPS.
Yeah, I guess, but it does concern me. But I guess it's there because, you know, it is a rear view mirror. And I mean, I'm just watching Eggerson's cockpit right now, and I can see that car. Granted, that camera goes over the pillar of my triple monitors, so I've got a little bit of it in one mirror, in one monitor, and basically all of Jonas Dreyer's front in another. But it's, you know, he's just battling on, and he can see in his side mirror that he's got Dreyer right behind. Object of fear further away as they do in person in the digital mirror, and it does show. And then as you brake for turn 1, boom, he's right up there. So
Alfie Rigby is not fallible. He's been overtaken by Sean Campbell.
Sean Campbell has made up 10 places. Alfie Rigby has made up 7 places. Alfie's going to continue battling, but Sean is just... and also, Sean's catching. Sean is catching. All right, half a second past the last lap. Sean is catching them. With 6 minutes to go, I could throw out what I said about how he's not going to be able to catch them. He might catch them.
Oh, I think he'll be sweating quite a lot in that car. He sees them. I think he... Kayas just saw the helmet. The Nicolas Cage helmet.
Oh, yeah, the Nicolas Cage helmet.
I mean, look, that's 2 seconds of a gap. It's getting smaller. It's no longer a 3-second gap. It's a 2-second gap now. And look at the distance. That is a lot shorter than it was before.
I mean, in the cockpit, he will just be... Sean will just be able to see this now, and he sees them. Oh, what a save! That car was sliding. If you saw the cockpit there, that steering wheel was doing things it should not be doing. And Sean saves it through Canada corner. And he can see it. The gap is under 2 seconds now. And he is extending his lead on Alfie. 5 minutes remaining. They're about to start lap 13 or 15. It's gonna be risky. But who knows what can happen? Because right now, Jonas Dreyer is trying to make things happen. Because Louis Eggerson realizes it and is starting to take a defensive approach. Eggerson to the inside. It's not worked for him. It's a very slow line. It's a very compromised line. Turn 3 is not when you want to make an overtake. So Dreyer may just send... No! He's going to try for the send. He's going to go for the inside. Jonas Dreyer is going to take the lead. And it's going to be a drag. It's going to be a drag to turn 5. And Dreyer had the slower line. He's going to need a little bit of slipstream as Eggerson will go to the inside. Does Dreyer try and sell a dummy? The more they fight, the more time it's get cut off this gap between them and Campbell. Eggerson stays to the inside. Dreyer tries to go for the outside inside. The cutback does not work. He's still there. Gap now between Dreyer and Campbell is less than a second. And Dreyer almost goes into the back of Eggerson. 4 minutes remaining. Well, we know there's 3 laps to go.
Sean Campbell has caught up to the rear end.
Yeah. Forget about the time. We know they're on lap 13 or 15. That's all you need to know right now. Forget about the time. Just realize there is 2 laps after this lap. And Campbell is right there.
I'm on the edge of my seat right now.
You're on the edge of your seat. Dreyer, it's gone off. Dreyer's off. Dreyer's off. Did he save it? He saves it. What a save. All right, that's a good save. That's a good save to keep that car pointing forward. He's going to lose a couple positions, but the key thing is he stays alive. And now the gap between Campbell and Eggerson is 0.8 of a second. In fact, you can see that. You can see that on the timing tower. Why am I telling you that? I don't know.
I think Jonas Dreyer had a massive brand pounce moment because he saw the wall.
Yeah, Dreyer, I think Dreyer, it was one of those things just like what happened to Armstrong. Just a little bit of too much power coming out of the carousel. A lot of cars in the pits, by the way, from damage, just pushing. So, Rigby's back up to 3rd. That's 8 positions gained for Rigby. Campbell now 2nd. The gap is, well, you can see the gap. It's almost half a second. Now, we are going to talk about the amateurs. We got to keep our eyes on this. We are going to talk about the amateurs because Rayfield is 9-10 seconds ahead of Beaumont. Beaumont's just overtaken Yama this lap for P2. Yama's still there battling, but the gap between them is a second. That's the only things we can give you up to date for the amateurs at the moment. There are other battles going on, but they're too far away for anything serious. Unlike this battle at the front of the pro field, which is now half a second. And it's even half a second almost between Furs. What's happened to Furs?
Furs falling down the pecking order. He's battling Jonas Dreyer. Going into turn... That is turn 6. Towards Hurley Downs. Oof. Oh, no.
No.
Oh.
Christian, no. You cannot go too wide.
I mean, to be fair, that's Jonas Dreyer on the outside.
I know, but I don't think there was there wasn't an overlap until they get to the corner. Yeah, I think it's racing incident more than anything. I think they both got to understand their limits there. Dreyer probably could have taken that. I retract that, Jonah. Dreyer could have taken that better.
Oh my God.
Side by side are the leaders.
Oh my crikey. Oh.
Bill Mitchell, Ben. Who's got the inside? It's Campbell. Campbell's got the inside. He might have this. Eggerson's going to have to respond with a braking move into turn 14. A lot of space. Campbell's made the move. Campbell's made the move. Did he go around the outside of Canada corner and then the outside of turn 14? He did. How did he do it? I don't know. Eggerson does have the slipstream. What can Campbell do? This is the white flag. This is the last lap. Eggerson goes to the outside. Campbell's on the inside. The overlap's there. Who brakes later? Who brakes first? It's Eggerson. Campbell brakes second and brakes later. He's going to keep that. Eggerson will have to use the slipstream down into turn 5. This is the battle. This is the battle. Neon versus Project Dynamic. Eggerson had a little bit of a slide coming out of turn 3. There are battles behind. Furs is still battling Dreyer. We'll keep an eyes on that. But this at the moment is it as the time ticks down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Definitely the last lap now as the sun starts setting.
Louis Egerton and Sean Campbell battling around turn 5. Louis Egerton is not going to be able to... Louis Egerton is not going to be able to catch him this time. He's going to have to wait until the kink on Kettle Bottoms to be able to make that move, or to wait until turn 14, Bill Mitchell corner, I think it's called, isn't it?
No, 13th to Bill Mitchell bend, 14th to last corner of the track. I mean, you can't really do much at Bill Mitchell. You've got to set yourself up through Canada like Sean did. What a move he did, though. How many times has Sean made moves around the outside and I still go, wow? Like, so he plays it down as it's what I have to do with the car. The car can only go around the outside. But since he's taken that lead, look how far he's extended. It's 0.7. It's half a second. From almost 3/4 of a lap. All right, a lap ago, they were side by side. He's now 0.6 ahead. He's got to get around the Bill Mitchell bend. Does that with no problem. He's got to get around turn 14. Brakes at the 2 marker. Down into second or third. There it goes. And now we can officially say, with no penalties, because I've not seen anything but run from Sean Campbell. Sean Campbell, the first pro driver, provisionally now, to win back-to-back races on an evening. What a drive from Campbell. What a drive from Campbell. It's all I can say. And Alfie Rigby, 8 positions. 8 positions to get 3rd place. And what about the amateurs, Rob? Because I think we've got a new winner at the top of the amateurs coming home now.
Just absolute great work by Josh Rayfield. Win, and his first win in amateur. Go on. Go on, my son.
Just watching behind us, there a little battle going on. Andrew Miller was a lap late there. Could have overtaken Chatterton, but did not have the slipstream. So Chatterton will take that P4. Miller will take P5. But like we said, we say provisionally. We don't know. But Campbell has gone back-to-back tonight. Now, we say provisionally because James Armstrong went back-to-back at Donington, and of course a penalty annulled the second victory. But Campbell does make it. Does go, and Egerson's going to do some donuts, and I think Campbell's going to do some as well. No, he gets hit in the back.
Oh, their butts touched.
Their butt.
I mean, that's the best way I can explain this.
Right, Levi Johnson, I think, is the last car. No, Lydon Lee is the last car. He is a couple laps down. He's going to be finishing this race. He'll be the last car to cross the line. Seen a lot of damage for the VRT guys. It's a bit of a shame for VRT today. It's not been their best night, unfortunately, but they'll pick themselves back up and get back. I'm having loads of deja vu. I cannot look down at the donuts happening at turn 5 because my FPS will just drop. What a result, though, is the top 2, and I think that is... Oh, everyone's coming in now. Everyone's coming in now for some donuts and celebrations. Should we run down the results? Because that was a fantastic
Indeed,
finish.
we will. I'll let you do them this time.
Well, Sean Campbell, as we were saying, took the victory. What a drive. 12 places. 12 places made up to take that victory in race 2. Back-to-back wins on the evening. Louis Egerson had that lead for the whole race, and then a few corners before the white flag loses, but keeps that P2. Alfie Rigby, another drive. This kid, another drive up the field. 8 positions. He's made up 3rd place. Christian Furs stayed 4th. Started 4th, finished 4th. A good drive, though, for the Vector RSR guy. John Estrella, unfortunately, had that moment. A nice save, though. Like I said, he lost his chance to battle for the lead, but he kept the car going. He gets a P5. I think after what happened there, anybody would take a P5 after that. String of Audis then up next. Will Egby, Thomas Axe, Jesse Jones, and Chris Daines. All there in 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Julian Bell will take 10th again in the BMW. I felt like he took 10th in the first race.
He did.
Josh Rayfield.
I think.
Yeah, he did. Josh Rayfield wins the amateurs. A great drive from Josh Rayfield there. He will take the win for the amateurs behind Callum Beaumont, who officially he makes up 23 places on the entire field. Just Callum Beaumont comes home in P2. Zachary Yama will take a P3, and Chris Chatterton, he also made 23 places up, will be P4 for the amateurs. Then Andrew Miller made up 21. again, P5 for the amateurs. Then Mark Bailey, followed by Simon Dodd, John Williams, Hakon Lindmo, Matthew Heatrick, Dean Timms, and Levi Johnson is the last car on the lead lap. 2 laps down for Ben Smith and Lydon Lee, and then 3 laps down for Thomas Dandridge, Alex Homerson, and Adam Christo. Liam Ahern was 5 laps down. Harry Wills was 6 laps down. A lot of these guys all had issues at the kink. James Armstrong, 6 laps down as well. Henning Haig, 7 laps down. Ted Bradbury was 10 laps down. Taylor Lane was 11 laps down. Cuthbert de Court, James Pearce, Mark Fleming, and Milan Tekin, all 12 laps down. Harry Melvin and David Meakin, 13 laps down each. Daniel Merchant, 14 laps down. And Morgan Butler and Matthias Jensen, 15 laps down after that. I think it was a turn 1 mistake there. Yes, it's a bit of a shame, but great racing all around.
I can't even. I don't have words. This man just went. And just went. Just went. He just went.
I mean, we knew. Everybody knew. I think anybody who knew GT3 cars, when they saw the cars come out, the drivers and their car selection for this season, and they saw Road America, that was circled a McLaren track. I circled that definitely. I wanted to see what these 2 McLarens could do, and unfortunately, San Marco under the weather, and it's a shame to see. But Sean just blitzed. Absolutely blitzed the field today. What a drive. And I mean, I'd love to. It's hard because I want to give the driver if I gave a driver the day out, I'd love to give it to Sean. But then that'd be tainting what Alfie did, because Alfie in an Audi, yes, okay, it's still a fast car. Alfie, 13 positions in the first race, 8 positions this race. He gets 2. Not only is Sean back-to-back winners on a night, Alfie gets back-to-back P3. Which is insane! To just think about that through all that racing. With practically, we had no mass incidents. We had 1 issue in that whole race that took out 2 people. 3 people, technically, because Adam Christo had damage. That was it. So for those guys to work their way up the field to get those positions is just a great testament. So for both of them to be on the podium is fantastic. I'm trying to find the words.
I can't myself. I'm absolutely speechless, guys. Sean Campbell, you're the driver of the day in my heart. But I do also have to give it to this man, Alfie Rigby, RSR. Yeah, you definitely put a good man in that car.
Put a great man in that car, and of course, once again, it was. We'll see you down the road, Oscar Copa. Definitely for maybe in a season time. We will see you as well, Jesse Jones. We'll see both of them, just waiting for us.
Campbell,
back-to-back winner.
This is why I said VRS are a bunch of jokers. They're set up. It's so fast. It's so fast.
I mean, all right. I've just got to ask. Because every time I see you, you're making an overtake around the outside. So you go around the outside of Canada corner on Louis Eggerson, hold it side by side, and then complete the move by going around the outside at turn 14. Excuse me? Why? How? Talk me through it.
To be honest, I thought I actually ran into Louis through the left-hander. It understeered really bad, just a little bit, because I think I clipped the grass on the inside, maybe. But I don't know. The setup, I'm telling you, it's so good.
No, it's not all set up. Now, come on, you've got to, you've got to big yourself up. That's not just all set up, my friend. That's your driving as well, because you don't make moves around the outside like that and make them stick. So, come on, big yourself up a little bit, man.
I don't wanna.
We'll big you up in that stead, man. Very well
right.
done. That was great racing from you.
Sorry,
I feel like you're probably quaking in your boots a little bit.
Yeah. I finished the race and I literally couldn't drive straight and nearly crashed.
Oh, I thought you were just celebrating with this, with this weaving.
No.
So, back-to-back winner. Next week, 2 more 30-minute races at Interlagos.
Yeah.
What can we expect at Interlagos in a McLaren?
I don't know. First of all, I got to make a setup for that because there aren't any setups for it. But I think it'll probably be good. Other than the front straight, that's gonna be the issue.
Don't give me this. I'll be down on top speed and everybody. We know what happened last week. We know what happened last week. Rob, have you got anything to add?
I don't, other than I'm speechless.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's one thing. It's one thing to like get a podium just to like everything happening, but it's another thing to be like you work your way up, and just the way you got that lead was just fantastic. So I don't know if you've got any shout outs you want to say before we send you on your way.
I guess I'll shout out the guys at VRS so they're not angry at me. Good setups. Shout out to Eric because he's been super supportive. Shout out to Michael because he's cool. I'm going to say Chris Daines is a beast again. It's like Daytona.
Well, Sean, you are the beast today. You are the beast on top of the throne. Back-to-back winner. We will see you next week at Interlagos. All the best, my friend.
All right, you too, guys.
Oh, what's happened here?
We got Jones.
We have more than just Jones, because we have the man of the hour, the other man of the hour, and the man saying goodbye. So we'll start with Alfie. Third place. Some fantastic driving.
Yeah, it was really, really good fun. First time in the series. Just done a solid race.
Are you a Road America fan, or is it just just one of those tracks that just clicked for you?
I've done a bit of practice yesterday, felt alright. So I only found out about the race yesterday. Done a bit of practice, sure I was on the pace, should have done more practice and got even better.
Jesse, you could have told him earlier. Don't put the kid under pressure.
Yeah, I told him with his performance, he's definitely got to join and introduce himself to everyone. So,
I mean, Rob's been saying that you picked a good one. I mean, come on, Rob, come on.
Yeah, I picked a good one. Yeah, I picked a good one.
well, no, to be fair, this a lot of our new drivers is Oscar's doing. He's the guy that introduced us all to him, and yeah, we're lucky enough to get these little young guns. They're snapping on mine on Oscar's heels constantly.
Can't say much. 'Cause I realised that, oh god, I could be his father, so I can't. That's how old I am now. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to that. So Interlagos next week. What are we going to expect, Alfie?
More and more practice. Just try and be as good as I was here.
You will.
Yeah, we got fine.
We got plenty of data from when me and Oscar we raced there in WGTC early on and did pretty good. So we've got a pretty good base set up already for the Audi. A lot of data, so I'm pretty sure we've got some pretty good sets to give our boys.
Pass them on. Do it.
Well, I mean, we said we may see you again, Jesse. And like I said, we'll see you down the road, filling in every now and then, a Jensen Button cameo role. So now the big question is, have you got Alfie trained up on the shout-outs to the sponsors?
Go on then, Alfie. What do you know about the team?
Shout out to G Performance, Velasquez Engineering, Formula
Hypersoft.
Formula Hypersoft.
That's the one.
And
Butt
yeah,
kicker.
that's it.
I thought-
Can't forget Butt Kicker.
Can't
sorry.
forget Butt Kicker.
I thought he was going to say just the entirety of Formula 4.
Only joined the team 4 days ago.
Not
Right.
bad. Not bad.
Yeah,
Well,
it's good.
good. All the best. Like I said, we'll see you around, Jesse. We'll see you probably next season, hopefully.
Absolutely.
And all the best to you, Alfie. We'll let you get on your way. Well done, both of you, for the performances tonight. And good luck at Interlagos next week.
Yeah,
Thanks
cheers.
for all
Have a
your
good
hard
evening.
work, guys. See yous.
Yeah, good job.
Cheers. Thank you. Well, Rob, that's it. Another
That's
week
it.
done.
It is indeed another week done.
Get Jesse out of here. Don't stay here, Jesse. You can't do this.
Wow, you've milled the poor man out of our room. the shill time before we
The
go.
shield time. Ladies, thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, for watching some fantastic racing at Road America for the Racing Sim Rigs World Series. If you like what you see on Raidillon TV, hit that subscribe button, hit the join button for the membership. There is some free tier, not free as in FRE, but THRE, 3 tier levels there, as you can see from our first member, Ryan Hamilton. You want to check in with our community, full of memes, of course. Check out our Discord link underneath the video and a link to trackcounts22.com. Providing this camera angle, providing all the camera angles, providing everything you see tonight, apart from Rob's fantastic work behind the desk. We are back Friday night, as we were saying, European Sprint Series 1900 GMT for Twin Rig Motegi. Sunday, the big one, the Daytona 500 with the 87s for the Majors Series. Then we'll be back Monday for the Super Trofeo at Zandvoort. And if you want more of the World Series, it's here next Wednesday. 2 races at Interlagos. Until then, I'm going to be kicking back because we're done for the night. And my name is Craig King.
I have been Robert O'Brien.
And this is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good one.